Hey, it's Wednesday, the 31st of December. Apologies, I'm absolutely full of a cold. Um, this is my second time I've had this cold. So I sound awful. I'm sorry. Um, I had this cold sore throat prior to Christmas, and I got rid of it just in time for Christmas. I recovered. Started off with a sore throat, and then obviously goes onto the cold bit, and then the one of my photos has just fell down by itself. The cough, that all cleared. I was using nasal spray. I use this First Defense spray. That works for me 24 to 36 hours before symptoms. So I kind of skip the cold bit, but it all starts with a horrible sore throat, and then moving on. I went to my parents on Christmas Day. I was there Christmas Eve, stayed there Christmas Day, Boxing Day. My dad did not have it. And behold, on Boxing Day, I started off with a sore throat again when I woke up on Boxing Day morning, and it's progressed since then. It's been now. Boxing Day was last Thursday, I believe. No, it was Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm so mixed up with days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes, I've nearly had it 7 days now. I should be coming to the end of it, but I feel it's just getting worse. I kind of was taking a mixture of Strepsils, Strepsil extras. They seem to be working to get rid of the sore throat, and then the last few days my sinuses have been really, really bad, and just now my nose is completely running. So I just don't think the First Defense spray worked this time. It's supposed to skip the cold bit, but no. Anyway, I'm through the worst of it. So by next week, fingers crossed. I mean, I'm working tomorrow, but I'm off today for New Year's Eve. I did work yesterday, although I felt rotten. I'm hoping the week I should have got rid of it. I had a couple of nights, not the best sleep, so but yeah. So according to my YouTube stats, I think the last video I posted was about 70 days ago, so just over 2 months. I wouldn't know where to begin. I've had a whirlwind of since that video was uploaded. I can't remember the date that was uploaded, but back in November, I was due to go on a week's leave, a week and a bit, massive chunk of holiday. Obviously, I was staying at home, would have been playing Minecraft usual. Can't go away because I can't afford it. And I got 2 days into my leave, and then just everything just changed, and I just don't know how it. I remember what I was doing that day prior to it happening. Everything just changed, and I remember being happy before that, and ever since then I've just not been happy. Just nothing's been the same. It's just I don't know how to describe it, but I've gone through everything. A whole spectrum of emotions, and it's just yeah. So sadly, I think it was the 20th, if I recall, the 28th of November. I have got the date written down. It wasn't the 28th of November, actually. I think it was the 8th of November. I think the 28th was when the funeral took place. I said the word funeral, so you can probably guess what's coming next. On the 8th of November, my mum passed away, and I was 2 days into my annual leave. pretty much normal day. I was playing Minecraft, watching. I think I watched. Can't remember what they're called. Sister Act 1 and 2 on DVD while I was playing Minecraft. Happy as Larry, and didn't know what I was going to be doing on my upcoming leave. I was 2 days into it, and then I went to bed. On that night. Went to bed early. I can't remember why. Might have had a headache. I think I might have had a bad headache or something. And I remember there was fireworks. The start of fireworks going off. And I think it was prior to what would have been bonfire night. Or it was after. Anyway, the fireworks going off. And then it all went wrong from there, and then I got a call. My family, my brother, tried to contact me over the phone. Obviously don't have a close relationship with my brother. He tried to contact me. Unfortunately, my phone screens calls between like the hours of 10 o'clock at night and I think 6 or 7 in the morning. It's the way I've set it up, so I don't get disturbed sleep. I'm not disturbed during my sleep, and I try and get as adequate rest as possible so I can perform normally and be sane. And I think obviously if you call more than once, it lets it through. And eventually I got woken up by it, got in contact with him, and then I won't go into too much detail, but he said to get to the house quickly, which is my parents' house. Mum had passed away. I remember just getting into a panic. It was just, I didn't know how or what to believe when what it was telling me over the phone. I thought it was actually a joke, a very nasty joke. And I think I wouldn't know which way to interpret it as, oh, she's gone, you know, has she walked out of the house, or she's gone missing, or didn't really hit me. And then I obviously I rang a friend to explain what was going on, and then I got a taxi, and then I got to my parents, and then she was there, and I won't go into detail, but I was in shock, as I didn't really know how to respond. Don't think I appreciated the gravity of the situation, but it didn't really. I was quite emotionless, quite cold, quite detached. I just could not show any emotion whatsoever. It just did not sink in what was going on in front of me. And my dad and my brother did everything to try and save my mum, but unfortunately she couldn't be saved, and she did die unexpectedly. And when paramedics ambulance came out, they tried everything and they couldn't preserve life, so unfortunately she went. So I stayed for a bit, and then the private ambulance came out, and then obviously got taken away, and then she's in the care of someone else. Wow, funeral is arranged. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to say anything else. So yeah. So I had that, and then just life got turned upside down. I was on leave, so I carried on my leave, but it was obviously unable to relax. It was just, it didn't hit until like 7 days after, and then it started to hit very slowly, and then I started to get upset and fall apart, and I was just going and trying to like go and get groceries, go and get coffee, but then I was just keeping a day-to-day update of what was going on with how things were progressing, where things were moving, how close we were getting to funeral arrangements and stuff, and it was exhausting. So I actually went back to work a day early just to cover, just by choice, and I wanted to get back to work because I just needed normality, and I needed a bit of I needed routine back, and just to be busy instead of being in my flat by myself. And I went back and then tried to put on a face. I think I pulled that off quite well and just didn't really tell anyone. Obviously, my closest work colleagues knew, but I didn't really tell anyone else, didn't tell any customers. I just kind of put on a face. But then you're faced with the awkward questions of, oh, how was your holiday? Oh, did you have a nice holiday? And all this. Oh, do you feel relaxed? Oh, are you rested? And all this. And then I was thinking, no, I just didn't know what to say. And then you can go through the story how many times, and eventually you have to say something. So I tried to put a face on as much as I could, because obviously, you know, things have to carry on, and you know, I have to do my job at the end of the day. So I got through that, and then we got to the funeral. I had the funeral. The funeral went well, went better than I expected. I absolutely dreaded it. And then I had a few days of leave compassionate leave during the funeral. And then I went back, and then for 2 weeks, I think I was just, probably to this day, just not the same person. Just far more sensitive, very angry all the time, very frustrated, just constant anger. And then it didn't help because Christmas, obviously I work in retail, so Christmas was in full swing, and it was just being thrown right at me. And it's like, it's Christmas, let's be happy, you know. And you can't, you know, make everyone else's Christmas miserable. You have to carry on, you know, put a face on. It's just very angry when you not angry, it's very frustrating when you hear like Christmas music and you see people happy and people buying presents, and then there's Christmas adverts on the TV about families, and then cookie and nice Christmas lunch. And then this is the only time I will swear during this video, but just like, I wanted to just tell people and tell everything to just fuck off, because the last important thing to me was Christmas. So yeah, got through it. I don't know how I got through it. And then I had Christmas with my dad, and cooked a Christmas lunch as normal. That was the plan. I was supposed to cook Christmas lunch with my mum. My brother was away by choice. He had family, girlfriend, whatever. And then I've kind of come back, and then it's just kind of this weird bit between Christmas and New Year where you're just waiting to get New Year out the way, because you just want everything to just go back and reset back to normal routine. And I'm almost there, and it's like, it's New Year's Day tomorrow. I'm in work all day, and I know from tomorrow, I mean, I kind of got Christmas out of the way, and I thought, I can breathe a sigh of relief because I don't have to look at Christmas anymore at work. But I think after New Year's tomorrow, January the 1st, I can breathe a sigh of relief because I've got through Christmas and I've got through New Year. And then I know I've got a bit of a gap now until birthdays come up, and then it's going to feel a bit awkward, and then the whole feelings are going to come back. But Christmas was the hardest, not having my mum there on Christmas Day. Yeah. So I've been on and off Minecraft, done quite a bit, but obviously I've just not put recording up because recording hasn't been my priority. I'm just gonna play. So I've done the same as last time. So I've recorded, play, on OBS. So this was recorded yesterday, 29th. So I'm listening to the audio now, I'm seeing the recording on the other screen, and then I'm going to talk. Then it's going to remind me what I'm talking about, because I found this actually works better for me. So during all that, I've been doing some more work on the bathhouse build. So I obviously, by the time you hear this on the audio, it probably will not marry up with the walkthrough. So I'm just going to talk basically from what I'm seeing on screen that's prompting me. So I, over Christmas when I was at my dad's, I obviously took my Switch 2 with me, and then because my world is on Realms, and I was just basically working on the back of house, do you want to call it back of house, of the bathhouse build. Just make it look a bit more cosmetically pleasing. I did do some work on the trying to get the water elevators to work. I've got them to work once, and then they stopped working. I managed to get the bubbles by cutting down the, whatever you want to call it, that green stuff that goes upwards. I can't remember what it's called. And then it was something to do with the flow of water. Was the water was flowing out when I opened up the elevator, which wasn't ideal, and then I was trying to find a workaround. I fiddled around with that for a few hours. I haven't got it. I think I've got it almost perfect. I just need to get the bubbles to work now. But either way, I can go up and down the elevators, but obviously manually going upwards. It will always be manual going down. What I did do is some work on the one of the rooms that's got another elevator at the end of the hallway. Created some bedrooms, if you like. Kind of did the interior lighting a bit, sort of. And then going up a floor to the top floor, what I wanted to do was create a lift that goes all the way to the bottom of the structure, which was a way, because the elevators were designed to only go upwards, not downwards, once they have bubbles, so there was no way of getting down unless you jumped off something or broke blocks. So I wanted to create one big elevator or shaft with ladders or something, scaffolding or water elevator or something that took you down to the ground level. So what I did was I wanted to create a tree that goes with the biome that it's in, which are these pink trees. I can't remember I think they're called blossoms or cherry blossom or something. Cherry blossom, that's a word, but in a lot bigger size that matches the size of the build. And basically you'll see that on the video. It's at the back, and basically the elevator water shaft is incorporated into it, and basically it's manual. You go through the doors, you go down all the way to the bottom, and then you come out at the bottom and you go through those hallways to exit the structure. And then basically I'm still working on it, it's work in progress, but it's trying to make it basically look like a tree. I've never built a big tree in Minecraft, but I'm trying to copy what the cherry blossom trees look like. So you'll see that. Going away from the structure, I can't remember what was on the last recording. There was a tower. There is a tower. I can't remember if that was on the last recording. That was the chimney for the hot water, as in the film. The water for the bathhouse. That's still work in progress. There is a flag that's supposed to be at the top. That's work in progress. I just need brown wool. On the outside of the structure, it's not complete. I've still got gold blocks to do, but I've not got like enough gold at the moment. So there's that. But height wise, it's never going to get any bigger. So going on to the area. So I don't know, I think I did a lot of track work leading up to Christmas, so trying to get that track that originally that track was going to that iron farm, whatever you want to call it, that I still have not got working. Wanted to make the track more permanent, and the track is more permanent now because that build is out there. That build was never going to be there. It was You know, it was literally going to be that iron farm out there, and that was it. It's just this area has developed. So I've kind of made the track more permanent. The fences have gone in. It's all lit up. There is I have put a kind of a side track. I think you call it sidings in real terms. So I've got several carts on the track, so that, you know, there's a cart in both directions, because I found that it was annoying when the cart was only one way, that, you know, you couldn't go back because the cart was at the other end, if that makes sense. I did build a mini I think it's bamboo. No, it's wheat. Wheat at farm area, wheat field, or whatever you want to call it. And some cocoa beans or something. But that is from a kind of building kind of supplies for. I built a bakery. I can't remember when I did the bakery. It was prior to November, because I wanted to build lots of smaller structures. So I started building this little bakery, which you will see on the video. You'll see the interior and the exterior. But that's what these farms were for. I was very, very happy with the bakery, actually. The bakery was, like, sweet, cute. Following the bakery, I built I think it was like it wasn't a church, it was a kind of witch's potion shop. Wasn't sure about it in the beginning. The structure did not look right, but actually once I decorated it a bit on the outside, it started to blend in a little bit. It just looked a little bit odd. Did that. That's not fully complete inside. Then the next thing that I've started working on, which probably won't be in the video, is a kind of coffee house, pub, something in between, which I'm working on. I have been working on the last few days, but I've been really, really sick, so I'm not feeling it really. I'm trying, but no, I haven't got any energy. So yeah, I'm basically trying to develop that area so that it's got lots of different, like, it's like a little village, or it's like a little town, and, you know, you've got the church, the big church build, and then that's what I'm trying to go for. So yeah, that's the stuff that I have been doing on Minecraft behind the scenes. Literally, it's just I work a lot, but life has been so upside down. Like, obviously I got Pokemon ZA or ZA when it came out, and to put things in perspective, I've not even completed that. I've not even played it. I've barely played it since I got it. I've had it from pre-order. I think I'm at rank W, I think. I was playing that prior to my mum's passing, and then I literally have barely played it since, because I just wasn't interested anymore. I just didn't feel like it. It's just my head was a mess trying to come to terms with my mum's death, and I'm not so bad now, but it's turned the family upside down is the word, sadly. So I'm hoping in New Year things are going to reset a bit. So I'm going to probably leave it here, get this uploaded. Probably going to tidy up a bit on I've got loads of creeper holes, explosions, because round the back of the church and the bakery interior and the witch's hut, witch's shop, potion shop, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of creepers walking around. It is lit, but it's not lit everywhere, and a few holes have been created annoyingly, where I've created pathways going down the landscape, and I've got to just tidy up a bit. The bakery I'll touch on I'm very happy with the interior. It's kind of got a shop front. I put a basement in it, preparation areas in the basement. It's got a tiny little sleeping space above. Very, very happy with it. So yeah, so I'm gonna probably just crack on this afternoon and probably just tidy up a little bit on my next little miniature build. I'm not. I think I'm obviously in tomorrow, New Year's Day, and then I'm in Friday. I'm so confused with the days. In Saturday. No, sorry. Yeah, in Thursday, in Friday, in Saturday. Yeah, and then I'm off on Sunday, and then everything resets and it's back to the same, same shit. But yeah, Christmas, New Year's out the way. So yeah, it was just an update, just to show you what progress I've done. It's not much, but yeah. So have a good New Year, and I'll see you soon.